It's definitely been one of those days. I went to work out this morning and I didn't even feel like running. I just was like, eh, I'm gonna go lay down in the steam room instead. So that's exactly what I did. And it's like, I was wondering, like, why do I feel off? It doesn't feel like me. And somebody just walked past and looked me right in the eye, like, oh my God. Anyways, I'm like, why do I feel off? I don't feel like me today, but one, it's cold. I mean, I like New York because it's a great city. It really is. It's like there's so many things that are convenient and walking distance, and that's what I kind of love because that's kind of how I grew up in Jamaica. Really, it's like everything where I came from was walking distance. It's not like, oh, go around the corner in two turns and 2 hours later you're there. No, it was like half an hour the most and you can find something. So that's kind of what New York is for me. But when the weather gets cold and I want to just go outside and enjoy myself in the warmth, yeah, I have to stick with like spring and summer for that because apparently there's like no more fall or autumn for English speaking people. The actual English and not American English, but whatever. There's no more autumn. It just goes right into winter, and I don't like the cold. And it's like I know I'm a homebody, right? And in the winter, I become more of that. I love being in nature. I love being surrounded by the trees, by just the natural elements of everything. And that's one of the things that will get me out of a mood when I'm in a moody for the day, just a moody day. It's like being in nature helps. But when it's cold, I don't want to go outside. And I feel like I had to do that today because it helps. Mentally, it helps. And it's one of those things where I feel like when when I don't feel like myself, I just go get lost into nature. And if it's warm enough, then I can take my shoes off and actually just walk around in the grass. But there's not much green grass anymore because the leaves changed and it's coming on to winter, so the plants are going to sleep for the season. One thing I really don't like about the cold is that my lips get so chapped. Like I feel like I don't drink enough water when it's cold. So I figured a trick to that where I drink warm water and it kind of warms up my body. So that's the only way I can get all the water that I'm supposed to get during the day in my body. But during the winter, it's natural. I don't drink a lot of water, but the chapped lips, they get me all the time. And I'm just like, I do not like it. I don't like it. But I found this in Sephora. And it has helped so much. This is the color in coral. And I went in there and I was like, listen, I need something that would hydrate my lips. And one of the reps was like, all right, I got you. And she's like, do you mind if it's colored? Or I was like, I don't care. I mean, if it's colored, then at least I'll have a little spruce up or whatever. And she got me this, and I guarantee you my lips don't chap as much because of this. And I've tried everything. The dreadful Blistex that a lot of New Yorkers like to use, it smells like Vicks, and I can't stand it. It doesn't work. And then there's a lot of other lip gloss and everything, and it don't work. But this actually hydrates my lips. And I love just little finds like that. And I wouldn't have found this honestly if it wasn't like the weather in New York. Because every time I leave New York and go somewhere warm, my lips are fine. As soon as I come back and it's cold, my lips are like, hey, we don't like this. We're gonna give you hell until you either find a permanent solution, which is leaving New York forever, or you find a temporary solution. And I did, a temporary solution. So if you're struggling with chapped lips during the cold or anything, I highly recommend this. It's Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment, and I have the coral. Yeah, but besides that, New York is really beautiful, especially in the nighttime when all the lights come on and everything. But my issue with it is it's cold, and because it's cold and I don't get to move how I want to, I end up in this mood, and I don't like being in those moods. So I try to do things that will bring me out of it. And I remember when I was in the shower in the gym, and I was thinking, I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do to get me out of this mood? And I remember thinking to myself, how do you want to be? How do you want to be right now? How do you want to feel right now? And I was like, I want to feel like I'm happy. I want to feel like I'm excited, because that's kind of how I woke up, and I wanted that feeling to continue through the day. So I kept thinking of things that would spark that joy and spark that excitement and everything, and little by little it started coming back. I started coming back where I'm like, okay, there she is. I feel like myself a little bit. And to get that, I'm not back like 100%, but it's way better than what I felt this morning. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes we have those days. Sometimes we just have those feelings where we're just like, yeah, today is just one of those days. And that's what I'm gonna chalk today up as. But overall, it was a great day. It really was. It's just I didn't feel like myself, and I know when I don't feel like myself, I can't push as hard as I would want to. I listen to my body and slow down. So I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the chill day, because I think that's what I need. Yeah.